You know where your mics are?
No clue. We took the little box back in the house.
Alright, camera's on you. I'm gonna go grab those and finish these.
Hello. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to Harvey's Garage 94. We're doing a little bit of scalpel work today, which is past due because the intake wouldn't fit because it goes through the hood. Which is funny because most people just have the carburetor problem. No, I got the intake problem. The intake wouldn't fit. So if you can't tell by that window that sees through to the hood or the windshield there, we did a little chop. I don't know if it'll fit. I ain't test fit nothing. I literally just cut the hole and then I was like, why ain't that streaming? And then I turned it on. So you're gonna see it first. Will it fit? I don't honestly know. Shoot. Almost. Where's the front and back? Right on the supports. The hook braces. Actually, the back's not touching it, it's just the front. Now, the hole is going to have to get bigger, but I don't have a Holley Sniper 2 here, or a carburetor, to test how much bigger. So I'm just cutting the hole small for now, and then when we get the carburetor or Sniper or whatever we're going to wind up using for the time being, we'll modify the hole to fit. For now, I just want to be able to put the intake on and get everything settled up down here. And the hood closes because that's the first piece of the battle. After that, we can set the carburetor on top of the intake and then draw on top of the hood and see where we need to cut out. So yeah, cool stuff. The engine actually sits pretty low in this. It's just the intake's that low. Yeah, it really is. It's a big boy. But welcome in if you're in. Oh, I didn't see your comments. So I don't know if you can hear me a lot or a little. She's got my microphones. We'll go ahead and plug them in real quick. Ooh, kind of cold Mountain Dew. Yeah. So we go. Mountain Dew sponsor. Or Coca-Cola. Or Pepsi. You gotta run the good things in life, like safety glasses. Is this all on? Mic on? Sweet. Hopefully the audio quality just got a lot better. But we got rid of our noisy air conditioner unit. We got some really quiet ones. Hopefully you guys can't hear those anymore. Yep. If anyone wants the first keepsake from the Jeep, hit me up. I'm joking. Nobody's gonna want that. But I got it. Now I just gotta decide, do I want to go ahead and cut the hole longer because I know it's gonna have to be longer, or do I want to leave it short and just cut the strut a little bit? Or support, whatever you want to call it. I think we're gonna go ahead and cut the hood a little bit more, all the way around. Not wider, just longer. You know what I'm saying? They know what I'm saying. This intake's bigger than I thought. But hopefully the guy that sold the intake is watching. I told him I'd show him putting it on here. So there she be. Thank you for selling it to me and hooking me up. So had to work out a lot of trades and sales to get the money to get that, but it worked out. Don't spend it all in one place. Appreciate you. So yeah, it is an Edelbrock Victor Ram 2 or 2R, I believe, 2-R. So for big block Chev. The dual quad intake is much shorter, but I don't want to put two quads on it because Holley The only way to use two of their throttle body injection systems together is to run like a Terminator kit, and the price doubles. So I ain't doing that because I don't even have enough to buy the original one yet. But we're getting there, one piece at a time. Some of you might notice that these studs are longer than those studs, and that's on purpose. Well, it was on purpose. When you run the sniper, they're pretty thick, but on this side, you have to put your throttle bracket. So I always try to keep my studs as short as possible. So I run the shorter studs on the passenger side, longer studs on the driver's side, and that way when I put my throttle bracket on here, I still have threads to bolt it on, basically. Usually you can get it with like a half-inch difference, half-inch longer on the driver's side, and you'll be able to put your bracket and stuff on there. Now, if you're using a different style of bracket, you don't have to worry about that. The bracket that I like has dual return springs and everything on it. It's pretty nice and they're pretty safe. I like having a little bit stiffer of a gas pedal because I know it's going to pull it back to idle instead of getting stuck wide open. I don't want that. But I went through and cleaned up the gasket surfaces. It did come with one savable gasket, so I went ahead and dolled that up with some gasket maker. And instead of using studs and nuts, I used I forget the size of bolt, but it was the correct thread. It's whatever a carburetor stud thread is. It's not a 3/8/16. It's the next step down, I believe. But I got it all bolted up tight. I believe it's airtight. So I hope it's airtight. Otherwise, we'll have a manifold leak. So I put my steering shaft back in temporarily because when I took it out, it was so rusted I had to cut it in half. So I wound up just welding it, like kind of tacking it back together so I can use it, so I can measure for headers. I've been debating on cutting up a couple sets of long tubes that I have and making a set of headers. I don't know what I want to do. The cheapest thing I can do is build a set, and you're still looking at about $500 for all the parts to buy to make your headers, like for the tubing and the collector and the flanges, and that's expensive. So I can get cheap big block headers all day long for like $100 a pair. Just don't know what they came off of. I can hack them all up and weld them together and make stuff happen. We will see. I don't know which route we're gonna do. Do I do it the ugly route and kind of fit the build of rugged off-road hack job and just kind of build me a set of headers with a 3-inch collector, or do we save up and get someone to build me a set, or try to find a set that'll fit? That's kind of where I'm at with it. The problem is this steering shaft is like right in the way of cylinder number 3. So I'd have to get some really funky headers. I don't know. I don't think G-body headers will fit. I also don't think you can get big block long tube fender exit headers for a G-body. He don't even know what he's barking at. But all right, so I need to cut more on the front side and a tickle off the back side. Let's make a cut.
Did Ashley call you?
Yes. I need a marker. Where'd I put that? Somebody's getting it. It could have been us if we would have kept the blue truck. But there wasn't a lot of content we could have made at the blue truck, so RIP blue truck. I don't know where she'd be. Probably in Kentucky or Indiana by now. That guy sold it immediately. I think if we cut this back to here, that'll clear for the back side. The front side was still hitting pretty heavy. I think we need to cut. Oh boy, my step stool fell. So let's get my towel out and throw a towel on top of it so I don't get shavings in my motor. My paint towel. I should probably just take the intake back off and put this back over the engine like I had it. Hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. I don't know. Hold that. Don't drop it now. That's the only one that exists as far as I know. It took me months. There's a funny story trying to buy that. The gentleman's pretty cool. He's got a lot of really cool classic cars. And I guess he was driving his Nova and had this in the trunk of his Nova. Well, he went back home and got his truck and tried to ship it like months ago. And he lost it. He thought someone stole it out the back of his truck. So I was like, well, shoot. It's just gone. I couldn't find another one like this. And a couple months later, I seen the post back up. Same guy, same everything. And I'm like, hey, man. I was like, you still got it? He's like, yeah. I was like, did you find it? And he didn't know it was me again. And he's a pretty cool guy, though. He shipped it out to us. So it's I appreciate him. It's pretty nice. It's a really nice intake, and it's the only big block intake that I have found. And I even had my buddy Diecast look up where he's at, Oregon, right? So not in the state of Oregon or Ohio, in any surrounding states, could I find a big block intake with a single quad top. And just turns out this is the biggest one you can get, dang near. I mean, it's big. The downside is that the single and the duals are all Dominator flanges, which is bigger than, I believe it's called a 4150. Somebody might correct me, for a standard carburetor, which is what a Holly Sniper runs. So not only is it going to be as tall as it is, it's also going to be about 1.5 inches, 2 inches taller for the Dominator to 4150 adapter, and then the Sniper or carburetor, and then the air cleaner. Or somebody asked for a bug catcher, what I think would be crazy cool, but I don't think it'll work because of what we're going to be doing, sloshing around in the mud and the water. I think it'll get up in there. It'd be cool for like the car shows and stuff, but I'd have to take it off before we went off road and slapped around in the mud and the grease and the dirt. But it'd be cool. I'd like to take it to some car shows when we get done. That way, some of you guys can come out and see it. Uh, they'd be local to me, like around the Cincinnati, Dayton, Ohio areas. So, but yeah, we're gonna see what we can do. I need to chop and chop some more. Now I need to choose sawzall or grinder. I still didn't put my towel back up there, so I'm glad I didn't lose track. Start chopping. I think I can do that backside cut with the sawzall and just stick it in there at an angle and lop it off. The front side, I think I'm gonna use the grinder, square it up. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Hello. What's up?
Who's that?
Uh-oh. Hang on. My phone's trying to listen to YouTube and talk to you. What's up?
Yeah.
No. What were you trying to say?
That sounds about right because of the size of the box.
Yeah, that's about the same
We were
price
paying
as most of
$20
your
plus
toolbox.
to ship your stuff.
That's about the same.
Yeah, I know it doesn't weigh anything. It's the size.
Can't we just send him the money for it? If you want to send me whichever amount's cheaper, we can send you the certain money. No, it's no big deal. You help us out with the box.
Oh yeah, we can send her back. Yeah.
I should get the sign off for the doctor to go back for Monday.
Hey. Yeah. Am I still live on YouTube?
They can't hear me. They can hear you.
They can hear you. Oh yeah, clean cut. Now I think I'm gonna do is bring her out an inch, just an inch. Where's my ruler? Here it is. I'm trying to keep my lines as straight as possible, so I'm actually like using a marker and stuff for the first time. If it was one of my other rigs, I probably would have done hacked a big hole in the hood and forgot about it, but this one's pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, so let's add an inch. And come over here and add 1 inch. That's crazy. My line up front actually lined up because I did this the first time and cut it square. So that's nice. Grinder. All right, stand by. We're gonna make some sparks and some noise, and I'm gonna put safety glasses on, which you guys don't get to see a lot. But after the envelope bit me, I'm kind of scared. You know, realized how soft I am because I got taken out by an envelope. You don't want to stand there. Stand over there. Okay. Now we'll cut the rest of the way through the brace.
Hey, what's on your face?
Yeah, I know, right? Weird. Okay. Went ahead and cut that brace at a 45 to match the other one, so it'll give us a little bit of clearance. Look at that. I had safety glasses on for the first time.
I'm so proud of you.
I know. Second time. I had them on earlier too. It's weird. It's like I don't want to get put down for another week because my eyeball gets poked. So.
Kevin said he got it.
Hello. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping in, watching me tear my Jeep up. Resale value just plummeted.
You still got the room for subscribers on there?
Yes, I think I do, which is going to be great. I don't know. We haven't cut the carburetor hole yet, but I haven't hit the subscribers. So I think I can still bring my first 50 up this side and up that side. I think we'll be right where we need to be. All right. Get my cut rag out of here.
Kyle said what you up to today.
Chopping and hacking. See if it fits. Probably won't.
Where's Kyle at?
All right. Will the hood close? Now, I don't have to cut a lot on the sides because this engine is solid mounted and the transmission is solid mounted. So the only flex it's going to get is the frame. Oh, we're just barely hitting.
There he is. A snap holes cut. I just said, where's Kyle?
Okay, so we're hitting in the front on the driver's side. Just a hair. I don't think we're hitting in the back. I think it's just that driver's side front. Yeah, we're good in the back. It's just the front. Yeah, I got a whole finger's width on the back. The front, I'm touching right here. Yeah. That makes sense because it's kind of lopsided. For anybody cutting around an open engine, the secret is the side that catches your grit, you want to fold those together. And the clean side, you always want to keep on the outside. And that way all your cutting and grinding crap stays outside the rag. That way when you lay it over top of your engine, you're not dropping it all down in there.
Kevin said that looks awesome.
Well, thank you.
Kyle said the beast is getting close to running.
It really kind of is. I mean,
your Amazon is out for delivery.
The Sniper is a big bite. It's expensive. That's the big one that's holding us back. Now, if we use a carburetor for now, it gets us a little closer to the goal, but do we really want to? Like, yeah, it'll be cool, but that means I got to get a carburetor and then I got to get rid of a carburetor. Whereas if we just save up and get the Sniper, yeah, it's $2,000, but it's $2,000 once instead of $2,000 plus like a $200 carburetor. And a $200 carburetor, it's going to need gone through. So when you buy gaskets and such, it's going to be like a $260 carburetor. So is it worth spending the $260 or putting that towards the Sniper? I don't know. I need to just get up in there and stand on the motor.
I'm glad you just did that.
What? Did what?
I was streaming on both apps.
Oh, my bad.
I was trying to see if it would help.
I'm gonna climb up in here. I need you to hand me the grinder. Do not touch the on switch because the safety has been removed. It's on top of my small block. There's a button on the front. If you touch it, it's on. It kept getting in my way one day and I broke it. This is the on switch right here.
Oh, so hold down on it?
So hold it, hand it to me like that. Don't touch that. You touch that, it's gonna try and jump out your hand and get all wild. All right. Let's see if I can get all the way up in here without falling down and getting hurt again. It's almost like it's not in park, so it kind of rolls around. Oh yeah, this will work. Give me that. Is the cord long enough? I don't know. Oh, looks like it's just long enough. Safety squints and glasses. Let's just cut this thing back. Where should I cut it? This one go right here. Okay.
Kyle wants to know if you got a used Holly, would that be possible?
The used Holly is going to be the $200-ish range. I mean, they go up from there. I mean, I bought a used Holly for $500 one time, but it was used and it had been gone through by an actual carburetor shop. So I mean, it was technically rebuilt, refurbished, whatever you want to call it.
So did we end up cutting through the sub list?
No. So I think we're gonna have just enough space to keep the sub list, add the rest of the names that I haven't cut yet. You sit it down. Let's be careful. So, yeah. Now I don't know what's gonna happen when we get the carburetor and the air cleaner on there. The hole is going to get bigger.
Not turning back now.
No, they really ain't. Balls deep at this point. All right, what do you got? We're seated. We have space front. Do I still have the space in the back? because once the carb's on, this hole's going to have to get longer, or the sniper, because the bowls of the carburetor. And the sniper doesn't have as big of a bowl on it. It's a little bit more compact, but we're still going to have a throttle bracket hanging over here and a throttle cable, return spring, fuel lines, and the hole's going to get bigger. But I think we're safe as far as the subscriber names that currently exist, and then I can bring the rest of the sub names up the sides or go up here if I have to. We'll make it fit. If I have to put some over here, so be it. There it is. Big as fuck. Sorry, Mom. It's big. That's as low as it'll get. Now it is also going to come up a touch in the back because the transmission's going to come up about 2 more inches. So the hole is going to move slightly, but that's the rough hole. So it looks like I got it a little tight on the passenger side, so we'll have to stretch it over here a little bit, make it work. But there's a rough estimate of about how high it's going to be, plus the adapter from Dominator to 4150, Holley Sniper,
Kyle wants to know, so
air filter.
You won't be able to open the hood without taking the Holley sniper off?
Oh yeah, it'll go. When I get done, I'm going to clear it for the sniper. The only thing I'm going to have to do is take the air filter off, because otherwise it's going to be a massive hole. So it'll be about this tall with the air filter on it. It'll be about this tall, just sniper, and then we'll have to clearance the hole so that when I tilt the hood up, it clear it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's big. It's big. So thank you, Mr. Morgan.
He said awesome.
That's it. Told you guys it was gonna stick out a lot. So should be pretty sick. And then I'll mount my fuel regulator or something over here and route my fuel line over and up. I'm probably going to do a braided fuel line on this one because of it going through and around sheet metal.
Will you paint match the intake also?
No. I honestly want to kind of go in there with some Scotch-Brite and some cleaner, like some mag wheel polish or mag wheel cleaner, not polish, and kind of brighten it up a little bit.
Gandalf's asking, will you paint? Or sorry, sir, where's your supercharger?
That's basically a supercharger from the '60s, bro. That's what they had before superchargers was Ram Airs, tunnel Rams, not Ram Airs. I know it's different. Tunnel Ram. So now, if we did go to a 671 or bigger, it's about where it's going to be still. So it's a possibility, just not with my not my wallet. It's not in my paychecks. But once we grow to 1,000 subscribers and get ad monetization, I'll put a blower on it. We just gotta get there. We're getting there slowly. I think we're at what 215, 220 subscribers. We're getting there. You guys are crushing it. So the more subs we get on YouTube, the faster we get there. That's all I gotta say about it. I don't want you guys to have to spend your money. That's why we're leaving TikTok.
I'm not sure what Kyle's asking. He said, whose is super cool?
Whose?
Just repeating what he wrote.
Looks nasty. Slick. We did paint match the oil pan. If anybody missed that, there's the oil pan. No, there's the rest of it. So.
Oh, he said this is super cool. Sorry.
We'll
you're talking a little bit of gibberish there, Kyle.
We'll get that all figured out, and we'll see if I have to dent it a little bit. But I did rotate the engine the other day when I was getting the lifters out. I had a couple lifters sitting on top of the rods, so I just turned the crank a little bit, and they fell out. We did get all 16 out. Yeah, buddy. So if anybody missed it, I'll give you one more shot of how tall it's going to be with the hood closed.
Oh, Jeep getting a blower?
Maybe in the future. Right now, no. But it's going to be about like that. About right there. Without the air filter. About like that. So you'll be staring at it. That's what I'm talking about. And then my idea for a snorkel was going to be a Spectre hat.
so when we off-road it, we can have a little bit of clean air for it. I don't think I'm going to need a snorkel because of how high off the ground it already is. But I was thinking a Spectre hat pointing this way, come back to the windshield, and then put a pod filter like right here or up, whatever I want to do. It'd be pretty neat. I don't think we're going to need one because of how tall it is. I think we're just going to need a like a 15, 16-inch air filter, just a big round one. I used to have an Edelbrock one, but I think I got rid of it on another engine. So there she is.
Kyle said, "Get y'all a nice Harvey's Garage hat. It helps out our friend Harvey, and you get a cool hat out of the deal."
Yeah, I
Thank
sent
you,
Kyle's
Kyle.
out. Where's Kyle's hat at?
Should be there Monday. It said.
Yeah, you should have it. It's on its way.
Check the tracking.
But it's a Richardson snapback. It's a lot like this hat, even though it's not this hat. It's a Napa hat, but it's a Richardson snap vented back. Kyle's is black and charcoal mesh and black.
I think so.
With white stitching. It says Harvey's Garage 94 on the side. They're super cool. I'm kind of mad because I don't even have one for myself.
Yeah,
Kyle has it.
Shipping says July.
July, so it'd be like what, second, third?
17th.
July 17th.
That's what I said. We need to find somebody more local.
Oh, for the other ones?
Yeah.
The other orders, yeah.
Diecast said the myth, the beast, the legend. Corso to rule them all.
Yeah. So we did show the Corso stickers in the other stream. If you guys didn't see that, we zoomed in on the picture from Diecast. He's the one that cut them, and he cut 2 of them. So I can't decide still. I'm debating on putting it on the door like here, because it's like 15 inches tall, and I think he said it's like 18, 20 inches wide or something like that. So it'll fit the door. Hello, Brian. But we might take the doors off sometimes, and I don't want to take the sticker off the Jeep. So I think the tailgate's going to be the safe one, because I'm not going to take the tailgate off. I might do one on the tailgate, or I had another idea. I think it was Diecast's idea. Put it on the fuel tank. Someone's idea. I don't think it was mine. Someone had the idea of put it on the fuel tank, and it's like an Easter egg. You open up the fuel tank or the trunk so that you can put fuel in it. And you got your big duck sticker. So that's a maybe too. I don't know. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. But it fits. So that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Once we get the timing cover and everything finalized and get it all installed, I don't have a timing set for it yet, so it's still just, well, I can show you. It's just got a cam in it, so I don't have the timing set or anything like that. I just got it sitting on there to protect it from dirt and dust and cutting crap and everything else. So once we get that, I'll put it back on there. I'll put the that's got cut with a little metal splinter. We'll put the grill and stuff back on. I took the turn signal markers out because I was debating on paint matching the fenders, but I can't find the khaki tan spray paint, so I guess that didn't happen, clearly. But yeah, it was exciting. I even got the steering box back in. Now, I told people I think my steering box is bad, and they were talking about some other stuff. If you want to get right up in here and watch this yoke, there's like a lot of slack. That noise is coming out of my steering box. So she cooked. And how much longer is a hard answer to give? We're getting there one piece at a time, but I mean, I still need accessories, brackets, Dominator to 4150 adapter, sniper, fuel lines, fuel pump. I mean, I need everything. That's what I'm saying. I mean, yes, the engine's in and the oil pan's here, and we have the intake, but I don't have lifters. I am going to be able to reuse the stock push rods and rockers.
You're
and
a smart guy. Needs gas. Check the air in the tire.
Oh, yeah. It's in there. I can't see it yet. So when I can see the air, that's when we got a problem. Until then, no problems. So I just like looking at it. Tell me it don't look good. So, all right. I mean, that's pretty much a short update. I got a piece of the Jeep. If somebody wants a piece of memorabilia here, we'll be selling this $1,000.
Don't forget your autograph on it.
Yeah, I'll sign it. No, I'm joking. They'll go in the scrap pile. But that's about it. And we got everything back together. I got all the interior put back in. Everything's bolted in like it should be. All the seat belts are put back in, installed, and put in with grade 8 hardware. So
Kyle said straight eye candy.
it's nice. It's nice to look at.
Diecast said check out his Discord.
Yeah, if you check me out on Discord, there'll be there's memes in there, hunting equipment. There's like I guess I want to call it like a internet car show, I guess you could call it, where everyone can share their rides. Will I ever see what?
Sand.
We don't have a lot of sand around here. It'd be cool, but I would have to tow it a very long distance. Mud, 100%. That's what it's built for. This is not a pavement princess. It doesn't have 20s on it. I'm going to abuse it heavily. That's the idea. It's solid engine mount, solid trans mount, big block, SM465, NP205, 3/4 ton axles, full spool in the back. I'm gonna find some type of locker to put in the front.
Somebody asked if you planned on keeping it.
Yes, I do plan on keeping this one for a good while. Now, once my channel gets big enough that we can build something else cool, we'll decide what happens with it, whether we sell it to fund the next project or a giveaway or a raffle, or we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't want to get nobody's hopes up and promise something that I can't give you.
Diecast said thing's a beast.
But it's definitely going to see mud. Being on full leaf springs, it's not really a rock crawler. It's not 4-linked. I don't think this thing will ever be 4-linked. So I don't know. It'd be a sick rig to have fun with you guys. Take it out for a year or so while we find another project, and then give it to someone else that wants something to get out in the woods with.
Larry said happy motoring. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. What my long-term goal would be, which it's not really set up for, is put a rooftop tent on it and do some like overnight
light camping.
It's not an overlanding vehicle at all. It's got a 15-gallon fuel cell. But like some overnight meetups or something with subscribers, or doing some
I was about
events.
to tell you, all the Jeeps are meeting over here at the what is that place everybody meets at on Main Street? Over here by McDonald's. Our notary goes to it.
The Eagle.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, there's a bunch of Jeeps.
No, that one's the Moose.
I don't know.
But we'll see. I don't know what the end goal with this Jeep is yet.
Set a deadline or it'll never get done.
Do what? Set a deadline? I can't set a deadline with money that I'm not making yet. I wish I could.
Diecast said, "Oh, I'm flying down to take it when you're done with her. She's sloppy seconds worthy."
But the camshaft in it, if anyone missed that, is a Howard's Big Daddy Rattler, which is easy to find the specs on. You can Google the camshaft. It's the same camshaft we stuck in the small block that's going to get blown up. But the parts we need for the small block to blow it up are interchangeable with the big block. So as we get parts, they can be used.
Backwoods said, yeah, even just a tent in the back. You don't need a rooftop.
The problem is there's no storage in the Jeep because of I have to use all the seats for me and the kids and the wife and the fuel cell.
We're in
and
Ohio.
The roll cage. There's no room in it to put stuff in it at all. There's not even enough room to put a gas can inside to have extra gas. So I'm thinking about making some type of carrier on the rear bumper, which I know is going to ruin my departure angle because I'm probably going to add about a foot to the back of the Jeep. But as I said, I'm not a big rock crawler, and I don't think this is going to rock crawl very well. So adding a foot to the back of something that's going to see the mud, not the biggest thing in my opinion. I think it'll be fine. And that way I can add a fuel can and some water and a cooler or whatever I want to put back there. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I really want to build a Cherokee. Like I really want to build another Cherokee. I did a small block V8 Chevy Cherokee. I'll share some of that in my Discord. If you guys go there, you can see it. I had it running and driving. We drove it to softball games and everything. It was pretty cool. But I think we round up. I think I took the engine out and we got rid of it. I don't remember. Why did we get rid of that?
I don't remember. You've had too many.
I think I was building a Camaro and I took the engine out for the Camaro.
Well, your phone has 8%, by the way.
Anyways, we'll figure something out to do with it. I don't know yet. So we're going to hit some car shows and try to meet some of you guys. And I'd like to get it down to Tennessee and run some of the trails that you guys got down there. So I know you guys have a lot more stuff that's worthy of something like this than we do around here. Around here, it's like four-wheeler UTV trails. It's not that good. But I stuck this on there for because it's got a lip on it, and the other one kept sliding off.
He's not back on TikTok. He's just streaming. We're trying to do like once a week or something, just an update. A lot of you guys were asking for him to come back.
I wasn't going to do any type of bolt ups on TikTok anymore. It was going to be strictly podcast Q&As, catch up videos, hanging out. I'm trying to grow the YouTube because YouTube is more profitable, and that's where I'm going. I'm not begging. It's just I'm trying to make money. So TikTok sucks 80% of everything that you send me out of it. You send me $1, I get 20 cents.
Jim said very nice.
So it's not very ethical in my mind to ask for gifts on an app that takes 80% of your money. So I won't do it. But if you go to YouTube and subscribe for free, hit the bell notification so you get notified. It's also free. And get me to 1,000 subscribers, we'll get ad monetization. So all you'll have to do is watch 1 or 2 commercials, depending on how long the video is, and I get paid.
He said that's logical.
Yeah. Now, I mean, if you want to help the channel because you want to, there are ways to do that. We have links in the description. I'm not asking you to look for them because I don't expect you to send anything. They're just there. But if you want to, you can. I don't expect it. But YouTube is going to be, we're going to have kind of a dry spell of zero income off of the streams until we get where we need to be on YouTube. And then once we start profiting and getting ad monetization, then the build will take back off and we will spend money. Right now it's free modifications. Like that showed up, cut a hole in the hood. It was free. So I got the steering shaft back in, welded it up. I wanted to see the slop in this box because I never got to see it before because it had inner fenders. I couldn't see what I was doing. And it's bad. The steering box is shot. So I got to find another one of those, or I think there's a retrofit that you can put a Durango steering box in. Some people say that they're stronger. Some people say that they're more rugged. I was watching a YouTuber, Dex Jeeps. He proved all of that wrong. He bolted a stock XJ steering box in, tested the pressure. He put a Durango steering box in, tested the pressure. There was like a 20 or 30 psi difference in the two.
Thanks for the heart me linky. And no, we're not staying on TikTok. We're just doing an update probably once a week. Yep. A lot of you guys were asking.
So I know what we're gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do is put my winch back together before I forget where all the parts go. Because these go here. Like that. So we'll figure that out. And yep. This is my hold down for my canopy so it doesn't blow away. It's either put earth anchors in or just strap it to the Jeep. I don't think the wind's going to blow my Jeep away, so I just strapped it to the Jeep.
I don't like how crooked this is.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. Well, they can't see what you're doing.
So just rotate it instead of bending it, bro.
What do you mean rotate? This?
Like if you straighten this up, and then you can turn it.
Bro. That was too much effort.
I know, right? But you guys have any questions or comments? Because we're pretty much just about the end of what we got going on here for the free. Man, people are out there having a good time today. Makes me miss the blue truck. That blue truck was going to be rowdy.
Don't laugh at me, Emily.
That may or may not have been a set of headers that I was going to make a set of headers with. Didn't wind up happening.
And your dog's being a crybaby.
Yeah, he does that. I'm missing an Allen head bolt. Is it over here somewhere? I knew when I took it apart I was going to lose something, and I did. Oh boy. Oh boy. She gone. Oh look, a snap-on socket. Oh, I wonder when I lost that. Hold that. Don't lose it. What am I looking for? T40? Give it back. I want it back. Thank you. Can't keep it.
Robert's asking, where did you get the high-rise manifold?
I got it from a gentleman in Tennessee because that's the closest one I could find. That's the only one I could find with a single quad. So really cool guy. I sent him the link to the YouTube. He might pop in once or twice here and there. I don't know if he will or not or whatever, but he's a pretty cool dude. So it is a funny story how he had it and lost it in the trunk of his car and then found it again. But he's a cool guy. He's got a lot of really nice cars. Actually, he sent me a picture of a bunch of his old cars that he used to have, and he had like an old Nova and a couple other really sweet cars. There's a bolt around here, and it's gonna bother me because it is now not here. Come here, bolt. It's just gonna hide. I believe it's just a 3/8 by 16. No, it is smaller. Will this fit? Make everybody on the internet mad? Yeah, it fits. I'll just find the right bolt. It's laying around here somewhere. I think that's really all that was on the winch other than the wires and stuff. But the wires are on the control box. There ain't no point putting the control box on until I put the grill back in. So I'm just going to leave that. The less parts on the ground, the better, because clearly I lose
You've been
everything.
live on TikTok for 25 minutes and already have 1.5K views.
Yeah. TikTok, the views were great. It's just there's no money in it. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound greedy. That's streaming is how I'm paying for this. And TikTok is very greedy with how much they steal from everybody that sends and receives. So I just don't want to use it anymore. I have a Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal. I have everything. So if you want to donate, you can. Everything is literally Harvey's Garage 94.
Hi, Brian.
But I don't expect it to come out of your pocket to pay for my toys. I want ad monetization from YouTube to pay for it.
Thanks for the heart, me, Brian.
So I don't know. We had a couple heavy streams where I got big gifts and I would make like $6, and you guys are spending like $100. It was crap.
Do you wipe your face?
Yes. Did I wipe crap all over my face?
Yes.
That's normal.
It looks like there's a big bruise on your cheek.
No bruises. My eye actually feels great. I'm not even hurting from that anymore, so that's nice. For anybody that missed, I stuck myself in the eye with a envelope. Literally an envelope. You can laugh if you want to. I thought it was funny too. I just didn't think it was funny that I was stuck in my house for almost a week with my eye swelled up, so kind of sucked. But we're good now. Everything's fine. I even bought me a pair of fancy safety glasses that already have water spots on them, but I know better than to wipe it off my shirt because then they'll be ruined. I do have microfiber cloths back here I can clean them off with. But safety glasses are cheap. I just never felt like spending money on them before. I learned my lesson. It took me 30 years to learn it, but I learned it. So now instead of squints, I'll try to remember my glasses. I'm sure I won't always remember them, but I've got them. So here's if I were to build my own. This is a 3-inch collector off a set of headers. I believe those are 1 3/4 runners. I don't know if you can see where I'm going with this, but I want my collector under the tub, like right here.
Emily.
So
Dude.
I want to come out with it, come over through this empty space, and go under the cab. It's hot. He's crying. He's a baby. Oh, my mic. Sorry, guys. I don't know what that sounded like.
I'm about to go in too. He's got the right idea.
I'm gonna let the dogs in real quick. Go cry in the house. But that's about all I got for the update. I don't have much else to do on it today. But like I said, we got the steering box bolted up earlier. The wife was out doing stuff, so she wasn't here. I didn't film it. But I just lifted it back up, bolted it on, swept the steering back and forth to check clearance for headers so I could take some measurements. And we just slapped that on.
Did you decide to run the 350?
It depends on how it runs right there on that engine cradle. If it runs good, maybe. The problem is I don't know what headers I can run on that in this, the same as I can't find headers for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to spend $1,000 on headers for that and $1,000 on headers for this. That's just not going to happen. I'm not that big yet. Now, if the goal is to get another Wrangler and put a 350 in a different Wrangler, then I'll have the headers, maybe. But I don't know if that's long term what we want to do. I think she wants a Jeep Cherokee, so fender exit headers for a Wrangler, custom made for a Wrangler, doesn't make sense. She may blow up right there on the floor. I don't know. We'll see how good it runs. We'll see how long it lasts. I have a couple of different setups that I can run water to it so we can actually get it to operating temperature sitting right there in the floor and actually run it in, break in the camshaft, change the oil, the whole nine, right there on the floor. Now, if it makes it through the break-in cycle and it turns out that it is a super nice motor and it actually runs really good, sure, I'll put it in something. I don't know if it's going to go in this, but the short-term goal and why everybody donated to that camshaft was just to see it explode. So if we put it together and it starts eating the lobes off the cam, we're blowing it up. If we put it the rest of the way together and it runs really, really good, I'll put it in something and we'll run it until it has a problem and then blow it up. So it's up to you guys, really. And it just depends. It's actually a nice small block. It is flat top, standard bore. It's got good closed chamber cast iron heads on it. I've got that high rise tunnel ram for it, double row timing set, Howard's Big Daddy Rattler camshaft. It's got the extra capacity oil pan on it. Like, there's actually some really good parts in it, so it has a good chance of running. It's just the cam and lifters are the weak link because they're literally $50 lifters off Amazon. I don't think they're going to last more than 20 minutes, but we might be surprised. I don't know. I do run Rotella 1540, which has more ppm in it than your average oil, so it actually helps flat tap it cams. I'm going to throw some zinc additive in it because why not? We're breaking in a cam, so we might as well do it a little bit right. Who knows? It may run for 5 years. I don't know. It'd be cool, but
Your phone's got 5%.
yeah, it just depends. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to last 20 minutes or 20 years. I do not know. So, and it really depends on what you guys want to see because I promised you if we got it there, we'd blow it up. So if you guys want to see how long it'll last, we'll go that route. If you guys just want to see it scatter oil, all the parts on the floor, then blow it up. No hair off my back. Whatever you guys want to see. I don't mind. It sucks to see it go because it is nice, but I have nothing in it. You guys paid for the cam and the lifters and the gaskets and basically my gas to go get it, so I have nothing in it. But that's going to be about it for today. It's hot. My phone's dying, so we'll go ahead and close the hood down and give you one more eye candy shot of the intake sticking through the hood. We'll shut her down for the day. That's about it. Yeah. Look at that thing. That's going to be nasty. I'm thinking a 750 or bigger carburetor would be a good fit for that, especially with the tunnel ram and the size of the headers we're going with. I don't know if the heads are going to flow very well. I have no idea if those are good castings or not. I'm pretty sure it's out of an RV, but it's got a nasty cam in it. completely stock other than the camshaft with a intake, whatever fuel system we go with, and headers. That's nothing is built on that engine. That's the exact same setup that we did in my brown C20, which I had. It was a 1986 3/4 ton Chevy truck, 2-wheel drive, square body. And we did the exact same thing to it. Smaller intake, Holly Sniper, headers, and it ran good, like real good. With a Holly Sniper, you can run ethanol if you want to. You can run E85. So maybe, I don't know. If I run a carburetor, I'm not running an alcohol carb or anything because they're expensive. Maybe. But with a Sniper, it doesn't have a ethanol, what do you guys call it? There's a sensor in there that measures the ethanol content of your fuel in those fuel systems. If you have like a flex fuel, on the Sniper, if you tell it that you're running E85, you have to run E85. You can't just switch it to pump gas because it'll be super rich because it's going to be adding a lot of fuel. So you'd have to go back through it, reset all your parameters, and tell it you're running pump gas to run pump gas. But you can run either one on a Holly Sniper. What, for vaping? 4-day ban? Don't care. But yeah, that's what she looks like.
The grouchy fish is very cool, man.
Thank you. I hope it is cool. I got a lot of time in it. So it's not a lot of money, it's a lot of time. Now we're to the money part. I had all the time in it, taking it down to the frame, which if you missed that, a lot of that was on my TikTok. We streamed it on TikTok. But we had the cab laying in the driveway. I went through the frame and got rid of all the factory mounts from the original factory suspension. Everything from the frame down is square body Chevy. I think it's like an 83, 85, somewhere in there. Yep. So literally the leaf spring hangers and everything are Chevy. They cut them straight off of the frame of a square body truck and welded them to the frame of this Wrangler. They didn't get rid of any of the original shock mounts or suspension location mounts, perches, whatever you want to call them. So that's what I did. I went ahead and stripped it all the way down to a bare rolling frame and cut all the original stuff off. Sanded it down, painted it, a little bit of rust prevention basically. The frame has no rust on it now. It's all gone. The cab looks amazing. I was very surprised. It's got a couple small holes and some corners, but it's just sheet metal. It's all flat plate. So if I want to fix it, I can. I just not going to. That's about it. We went through this thing nut and bolt from literally the frame all the way up. All the seats got new bolts in them. The roll cage has new bolts in it. Seat belts are put in with brand new grade 8 hardware. I went through the entire thing all the way to this point. I rebuilt the SM465 sloppily because it's kind of hurt. I completely refreshed the NP205, fresh gasket seals, the whole thing. And then we put this motor in it for now because I have another 454 sitting right there, which is a 4-bolt main that we're taking to the machinist at some point to get the 4 1/4 stroker kit with 60 over dome pops and other stuff. So.
You said you just tuned in. What size is the motor? You said it's out of a motorhome, 440?
454 Chevrolet. Yeah, it's a Chev. That's not the valve cover that goes on it. That's just the one I put on it because I was cutting and grinding and welding over there. I was debating on building a set of headers for it. I quickly changed my mind because, laziness. But here's the correct valve cover. So that's what it's going to look like. More or less. I like the blue ones. So that tunnel ram, when Mr. Morgan sent it to me, it did come complete with both the single and the dual quad tops. So here's the other top piece for it. So that one would only be that tall. with 2 quads, but I want the single quad because I'm going to run a sniper. So it's big. But we're going to save this back so that I have the full set for it. It's the same thing with the other high-rise tunnel ram on the small block back here on the engine cradle. I have both tops for it, the single and the dual quad. So this was the only intake I could find posted for sale with both tops. So I did a lot of swapping, trading, and selling to try to afford that. And I finally did. So you gotta do what you gotta do to make it happen. So
very nice using it on the street or strictly off road.
Both. I plan on making it safe enough and stable enough I can drive it around town and enjoy it. But I do intend on trailering it to events and beating the crap out of it. So it will both. I'd like to go to car shows, show it off, hang out with some of you guys if you're local, and go find some trails, have a good time with it. So my phone's dying. We got everything done that we were going to get done, which today was cutting the hole in the hood so that it'll fit, because it is that big. It is sitting as low as it can sit, and it still sticks out the hood. And with the adapter plate to take it to a 4150 and the Holley Sniper, it's going to be about like that. Plus the air filter. It'll be about like that. So until next time, thanks for stopping in. Definitely, if we are dual streaming, so I'm talking to the TikTok people. Go to YouTube, Harvey's Garage 94. Throw a sub in, hit the bell notification so that you get notified just like on TikTok. And for everybody on YouTube, we appreciate you guys for stopping in and spending your time with me for a couple minutes and watching me tool around on this and hack a hole in the hood today. So until next time, thank you.
So thanks for the stream also.